Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying BetterGoods. We have, this one says inspired by chefs. It is figs in a blanket. And then this is the traditionally crafted apple cinnamon empanadas. These were $5.97 each at Walmart. BetterGoods is a new brand by Walmart. You're going to see it everywhere you go, all down all the aisles if you go in Walmart. So both of these bake on the same temperature in the oven. So we're making them both together. So you want to preheat your oven to 375 for 10 minutes. Remove appetizers from packaging and place on a lined baking sheet 1 inch apart. Place baking sheet on center rack of oven and bake for 20 minutes or until golden brown. Okay, so I'm going to open this. There is no pull tab on these, so it's hopefully you don't cut yourself getting it open. Okay. So it says you get 9 flaky tarts. That's what you get. 9 flaky tarts. Let's see. They just, oh, well, huh. There. That's easier for me than to struggle. They're not going to spread, really. So I think they'll be fine like that. Okay, now we're going to put these in the oven for 5 minutes before we start the empanadas, because these take 20 minutes. These only take 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven and we'll be right back. So the figs are in the oven. We're going to give them 5 minutes time to be ahead. So these are the apple cinnamon empanadas. And it says, preheat oven to 375 for 10 minutes. Pour cinnamon sugar package into a separate bowl and set aside. Remove empanadas from packaging and place on a lined baking sheet 1 inch apart. Place baking sheet on center rack of oven and bake for 15 minutes, flipping halfway through or until golden brown. Let stand for a few minutes and then toss in cinnamon sugar and serve. So I got kind of, it's not a large bowl, it's kind of a bigger bowl, though it's not a little bowl, because when these are finished baking, you have to be able to put them in the sugar mixture. Okay, so it's actually in the package with the empanadas. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's odd having it in this like bag. I don't know. I expected it to be, I think I was expecting maybe a clear bag. It's not a lot. I mean, I could have used a little bowl. That's all you get. And then these are your empanadas. So I'm going to, when those figs come out, they probably only have like 3 minutes left now. I'm going to put these on the baking sheet with the figs. We're going to flip them halfway through and then we'll be back. So these are figs in a blanket. I took these off the cookie sheet once they were finished baking because the time on the box for the apple cinnamon empanadas is not correct. It was like way off. Like these, according to them, they were supposed to be finished baking and they were not. They needed 10 minutes. I did 10 minutes on one side and I did 9 minutes on the other side because using the time that they gave, they just weren't ready. They were mushy. Yeah, well, and like if you look on the box right there, you see how crispy they look. And you see how mine look on the pan. So mine would not have looked near that crispy if I had not left them in longer. So you just have to use a good judgment with them. And if they don't look finished, then you just have to bake them longer. Now you see I'm using tongs to put these in here because that apple in the center is going to be really, really hot and you don't want to burn yourself. So this is the easiest way to do it. And it's not that bad. Not that bad at all. It doesn't take but a minute. So I'm gonna get the last ones of these ready, and then we'll take them over to the table and give them a try. But you did have, just so you know, I'll show you this last one. You did have plenty. You had plenty. They gave you just enough of that apple cinnamon mixture so that you're not wasting any of it, really. Okay, we're gonna try, because these have been out longer, the figs in a blanket first. And they haven't been out that much longer, but they're just a minute or two, yeah. So you get 9 flaky tarts. They are, it says, the perfect balance of sweet figs and tangy whipped goat cheese wrapped in a buttery puff pastry with red chili flakes.
I do see the red chili flakes.
Great served as part of an appetizer selection at gatherings and parties. 4 pieces is 240 calories. That would be 60 calories a piece. Or you could eat the entire container for 550 calories. So if you want to, lots of people make the appetizer their whole meal. My sister, anytime we would go out to Cheddar's to eat dinner,
that's what she would order.
That's what she would order for her dinner. She would order the appetizer because it was called like a sampler, the sampler platter, and you would get like, what, 3 things on it? You'd get mozzarella sticks, potato skins, and what else?
Nachos? Is that the place that had the nachos?
Yeah, but I don't think nachos was on that sample. You think it was on that sample? Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
Well, maybe it was nachos then.
It's been a while.
But that's what she would always order.
It's been a while since I had that.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've been to Cheddar's.
That's what I meant. The textures are really nice because that white part is like whipped up, it's puffy, and it's got like a little, like a crunchy skin on the outside, for lack of a better word. But then it's really good and creamy on the inside, and it does have some heat from those red pepper flakes. It takes a second, but you'll get a little bit of it's not hot, but it's a little warm in your mouth from that. I don't really taste figs. I'm sure that adds to the sweetness, but I don't taste them.
I don't taste fig, but it gives it a different texture, and it gives it. I really like these.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I think they're very, very good.
Good and puffy on the bottom.
And it would be easy to just make that your whole meal for 550 calories. But they're really good, and you just want to pop another one in your mouth. I like you don't necessarily get the fig flavor, but it breaks up that goat cheese. It breaks up the creaminess of that with a different texture. And it's not a jelly texture, but it is more jelly-like than the really whipped, creamy goat cheese. But then the pastry is so flaky itself.
It's really nice.
Yes, it's a very nice combination. Those are absolutely.
And don't be scared because it says goat cheese. It's just a whipped up cheese.
You cannot taste.
It tastes like a cream cheese, honestly.
It does not taste funny. Yeah, it would remind you of cream cheese. And if you're afraid, see, a lot of people won't buy this. You tell them goat cheese and you're telling them figs. You're telling them too much stuff here that they're not going to want to try. But I'm just telling you, it really does work, and it does not taste funny. There's nothing weird about it. It doesn't taste weird at all.
No, it doesn't taste like goat.
It doesn't taste like a goat. It doesn't taste like a fig. It's just it's just really good.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay. And it's goat cheese mixed with cream cheese, so that makes sense why you taste some cream cheese. That's really most of the flavor, honestly.
Yeah, it does say cream cheese. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so now the empanadas, which you may or may not want to leave longer like we did.
You just want a little crispy. They were kind of squishy when we first took them out.
It says 2 pieces are 220 calories, and that is with sugar. So each empanada is going to cost you 110 calories. These empanadas have a crispy pastry shell. See, when I was trying to take them out at first, it wasn't pastry. I mean, it wasn't pastry. It wasn't crispy. It was just, it was very doughy. These empanadas have a crispy pastry shell and a sweet filling of real apple chunks and cinnamon. Once cooked, enjoy with a sprinkle of the cinnamon sugar on top.
They're very hot.
They're very hot. Okay.
and they will tend to squeeze out of the side. So
Are they
just be
too
careful.
hot for us to try?
No, you can eat them. I mean, I took a bite. They're just hot.
Like, that's pretty darn hot. I don't know how you're holding that.
The very bottom. But I get all the apple dripping out too. You want this half?
No, this one's, no. It's still pretty hot.
You want that half?
No.
It has some time to cool off. It's still lean over some because it will squirt out. You can see I dropped it all over the napkin. The apple's good.
I mean, I like hot food, but that will scald you.
They're like molten. Kind of like the McDonald's apple pies.
I've never had a McDonald's apple pie though that was this hot.
Yeah, that's true.
This is pretty
I
hot.
mean, how fresh they are. The apple filling in there is nice. I like the apple. Not a fan of the empanada itself. It's kind of tough. It's like it's not crunchy. It's tough. Yeah, it didn't translate over to crunchy at all.
No.
More hard.
And they're messy. You're gonna get cinnamon sugar all over you.
Well, you drop apple on your lap if you're not careful too. I would not serve this to a guest at a party.
Oh, I wouldn't either. Does it say that?
Well, they're appetizers. Appetizers is something you would have before a meal, right?
Yeah, well, I would never. This is
I always think of
messy.
appetizers as like party food.
Oh yeah, me too. But
and those would go good with party food. The figs in a blanket, they would go really good at a party. But those, I don't think I would serve those.
you know, I'm not even liking.
It's more of a dessert.
I'm not even enjoying the flavor of that very much.
I like the apple. I don't like the other.
It's the empanada.
Yeah.
The empanada, like you said, it's tough and it's really thick. And it does not look like this looks like a nice.
That looks like a
crisp-
hand pie you buy at the store.
It does. It looks like the crust on an apple pie, except the whole thing. And I think that's the way it's supposed to be. This is not what you're getting in this package. This is a thick, tough. And imagine if I had to put them in for longer.
I know.
It would've been
they
worse.
were, literally when we took them out, you may be thinking, that's because you left them in longer.
No.
It's not, because it literally was like raw dough.
Yes.
When we first pulled them out. And it's like, it was floppy. I mean, it wasn't any good at all.
These might be better. They give air fryer instructions.
Maybe.
Now these only give oven instructions. Only oven. But now these have air fryer. Maybe they would be better if you put them in the air fryer. I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
We're old school, so we use the oven because it's easier for us.
Well, air fryer is just hot air, which is basically what an oven is.
I know.
So, I mean, I can't imagine being any
If
different.
anyone tries it, you can leave a comment below. But as it is, I would never buy those again. The flavor, even though it has the cinnamon sugar and the apples and all that, that empanada itself just ruined the whole experience for me.
I'd rather have just apple pie.
And it's kind of greasy. I don't
It is
know.
kind of greasy.
But it's not like good greasy. It's not like deep fryer greasy. It's just greasy to be greasy. It's just not good.
Yeah, I wouldn't get those, but I did like the other ones.
Yeah. This was fine. I mean, would I ever buy them again? No, but I think it's good for a one-time thing. So I'll have pictures for you at the end, and thanks for watching.